Today I'm going to talk about how to deal with people who are condescending, mocking, snobbish, may even talk to you in a dominating manner. At the core, the problem is they are acting like they are better than you or above you. And this sense of betterness or aboveness can be based on anything, like I'm richer, better looking, I've studied at Harvard, I belong to upper caste, I belong to the one true religion of the world, I'm a citizen of the greatest country on earth, I'm older in age, I have a higher title in the organization, I'm the husband, I'm the mother-in-law, I'm the team leader, my father is in police, my brother is in army, I belong to a family of academics, etc., etc., etc. Like people can pretty much choose anything as a basis to declare themselves as better or above you. It can come in many forms, like people can mock you, talk to you sarcastically. Sometimes they can take an authoritative tone, like, don't use your brain, do what I'm telling you. Sometimes they are simply dismissive, like, just shut up, this has nothing to do with you. They can treat you like an unworthy outsider, like, you can't come along, like, you're too old for this. They can attack your background, like, I guess people are this selfish where you come from, here we like to help each other. They can look down on you because of what you do, what you wear, what you eat, how you look, what's your lifestyle, etc. Basically, through their words and their tone, they can belittle you, make you feel insignificant, and it can be very hurtful. Hard to shake that feeling off. What to do? Your instinctual response could be, just cut them off. Why bother with them at all? But that's not so easy and sometimes not even advisable. So many times you can't even get rid of those people because they are family or part of your only friend group or in the same team in your company. And if you think about it, every human may do it. The condescension to some degree, to some people. You can't just cut off from everyone. Where do you draw the line? At what level their condescension becomes too much? Level 4 out of 10? 6 out of 10? Or 8? Not an easy answer. Also, what if that person is amazing other than this trait of condescension or snobbery? Like they are super helpful, nice, fun-loving, but then they think they are better than people around them. And what if they are actually completely nice with you because you are similar to them, but they look down on other people? Would you run from them now or would you wait for it to happen to yourself? Since escaping shouldn't be the first solution, you need to find ways to tackle them too. Today I'll discuss one fundamental principle which, if you understand well, will first help you be bulletproof to others' snobbery and condescension. The principle is equality of status. According to this, we are all born equal, but what does that actually mean? We are obviously not the same. We differ with each other in almost every specific aspect. Different intelligence, different looks, different height, different color of clothes, different food habits, different achievements, etc. What does equality really mean? The principle of equality says that despite those inevitable differences in all specific aspects, the status of our overall self must be considered to be equal. Even if you are Gandhi or Albert Einstein, or you have committed terrorism, rape, murder, the status of your overall self in the world is still equal. Now, of course, good or bad actions will have good and bad consequences for you, but your status is still always equal. Just because society puts someone in jail doesn't mean they are below someone who gets the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize winner cannot enter a jail and start beating up prisoners or start abusing them because they claim they are above. We can't allow that. Also, I'm going to say something which is philosophically still pretty controversial, but true. Whether you get the Nobel Prize or you go into the jail, in the final analysis, all of it is simply a product of the chain of causes like your biology and environment. You can't exactly claim ownership to any part of who you are and what you choose. So people who seem incapable or bad, people who are different from you, they didn't really choose any of that through any mechanism which they can claim is independent of that chain of causes. We do have an experience of free will, but in a physical sense, there is no free will. Your choice will still affect you, so make good choices in life, but you can't really claim there is some unique element that is you in those choices. You are nothing but a sum of your organs and their capabilities which you didn't create. So in the end, whatever we do, whatever we have, whatever we choose, it's a matter of pure luck. We are all just lucky or unlucky. Or we can say lucky in some aspects and unlucky in others. And how can you claim to be superior if you have just been lucky? And how can you treat someone as inferior when they have only been unlucky? Should you look down on unlucky people or should you sympathize with them? That's why the best way to look at society is we are all equal despite our differences because we didn't create those differences. Hence, we have one membership card to this human race. No one has a special card. No amount of luck can ever become basis for superiority. The moment you give anyone or any group or any government a solid basis to be superior, all hell can break loose. Rich can look down on poor for the reason that those people are stupid or lazy and then influence the government to cancel all social spending. Poor can look down on rich, saying they are greedy and dishonest, then invade their houses, kill them and loot all their wealth. It is very easy to come up with reasons to justify your condescension, to justify that somehow others are worse than you, less than you, below you. And since our brain is super creative, we can come up with hundreds of reasons. And then who will certify which reason is valid or invalid? Because the one who will certify automatically becomes superior. Who certified them? It's infinite regress. So we all need to mutually agree that no reason is valid. Equality of status has to become an unconditional fundamental principle for human race. No matter who you are, what you have done, what your ancestors have done, you are not above anyone and no one else is above you. This principle is a marvelous basis for both humility and self-esteem. If you understand it well, you won't look down on anyone and you won't get devastated by it if someone does it to you. I personally try to live a life based on principles and I encourage you to do the same. Here's how I handle the situation when someone looks down on me or is condescending with me. Because I'm so grounded in the principle of equality of status, when someone violates it with me, I'm first of all very clear in my mind that it's their mistake, not me. Whoever I am, whatever I do, I deserve to be treated with an equal status. And if someone doesn't, it's their mistake. But I also understand where they are coming from. It's natural to want to feel better and above everyone. It's part of our psychology. We are all born with the desire to want to be superior, to achieve higher status, which only comes at the cost of others because status is a zero-sum game. I understand that they are still stuck in that game, in that desire. And I also have to be honest with myself that there was a time where I also used to feel better and above some people for my own reasons. Just because I have done the work of understanding the principle of equality of status, I can't just expect that everyone else would understand it right with me. I ultimately blame their mistake on ignorance. There's no need to take it personally and get hurt. Make peace with the fact. Ignorance is inevitable. Everyone will have their own share of ignorance, which is technically infinite in nature, and some of that ignorance will never be fixed. So I must make peace with the fact that I will always have to live with imperfect people and others will have to live with an imperfect me. And such is life. In the long run, each person will have their own journey of facing the consequences of their own adherence to or violation of principles. People who treat others badly will also get bad treatment from others in some way or the other because humans are reciprocative by nature. Karma. As to what to do with the person, I'll tell you a generic formula. First, I need to accept them internally for who they are. Then try to ignore the violation if it's not that serious. If it's serious, which in this case it can be, I need to talk to them, give them feedback. If nothing works, I can take a step back from the relationship. And if their ignorance is very high and nothing is working, maybe completely cut them off. Finally, I'll leave you with a snapshot of the attitude that you need to have in the face of condescension. You can mock me, I'll still do whatever I want. You can give me orders, I won't comply. You can dismiss me, I'll still speak up if it's important to me. You can exclude me, I have my own life which is equally valid and worthy. You can think you're above me, I will think you're ignorant. You can have fun in your delusions, I will not take your delusions seriously. This is not an easy attitude to master, by the way, because you are very used to needing approval from other people. Their approval allows you to feel equal to them. It will take deep, unshakable belief in the principle of equality of status to be able to feel good about your status no matter what others say or do. By understanding the argument behind it, you can get there. Good luck with being bulletproof. Also, if you are someone who has difficulty saying no to other people, you can watch this video. Shridhar Life School is a team of psychologists who specialize in counseling. To book sessions, go to our website shridharlifeschool.com.